Hello, my name is Ivan Musto and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Last week I have uploaded my first video of a new series dedicated to mistakes, so you don't have to do them again. I can say that many people around the world, especially average people, I'm talking people that earn anything from 500 US dollars to 1,000 to 2,000 US dollars. This is like the middle class, and I see people making mistakes that really affect their future. Mistake number one: waste money on lottery tickets. Yes, this is something that very common in the Western world, but also getting more popular in Asia. We see random average people investing money on lottery tickets and hoping to become rich by the lottery. I think it's the absolute worst thing you can do, to think that you can become rich by winning the lottery. I think it's the dumbest thing you can do. What you actually do, you make the lottery companies richer, because you have like 1 out of 1 million chances of winning the lottery, and this really affects your future. I've seen it in Cambodia. I've seen people even gambling their houses to win a prize, which is really ridiculous. Number two, living on things that are too good to be true. Yes, this is a very common mistake that I see average people doing right now. So for example, let's talk about Cambodia, because I lived in Cambodia for many years. There was this company. The company was called GFX. GFX was a forex trading company, and even myself in 2018 was invited to join it. So what they told me is that you could have deposited anything from $100 to $1,000 to more, and you could have gotten every month some money back. They promised 20-30% return on the investment profits after keeping the money for 10 months to 12 months to 18 months. And I actually did not invest in it because it seemed a bit sketchy for me. But what happened is that recently news came that around 30 million US dollars were stolen, and there are investors that are complaining because they can't get their money back. They stop paying back their customers. And actually the bad thing is that this forex trading company that had partners from New Zealand and also India has local Cambodian partners. So for what I understood from this story, the foreign investors just ran away with the money, and now all the burden is up to the Cambodian partners. They are trying to give back something like 20-30% to the people that invested less than $1,000, and giving back 10-20% to those that invested over $1,000. And in Cambodia, GFX has really made it to the news. There are many forex companies out there. They promise high return in investment. Sometimes you can get return in investment 4 times, 5 times of what you have invested, which is an absolute scam. What about the crypto scam that I was talking to you guys that came into Cambodia in around 2017? They said that this coin was a new revolution. It would be on the level of Bitcoin. Samoan coin was promoted by this Indian guy that came to Cambodia and scam billions and billions of dollars from investors in India, in Malaysia, and in Cambodia, and he ran away. He was never seen, and until now he's still wanted by the Interpol because he converted everything into Bitcoin, and right now people are still looking for him. And yes, even myself, I was a victim because I also invested into this coin, and it turned out to be just a pyramid scheme. You should have kept your money for 10 months and then you would get back a large amount of money back. And what about Finico? Finico is actually a Russian company. Many Russian people, because of the situation of the pandemic, many Russian people turned into this company. This company promised to reduce credit card debt if you would have sent them 30% cash from your credit card, and also they promise a high return on investment. I'm talking like 20 to 30% return on investment and payouts every month. So yes, I just read the news. There was like this lady with a child coming up. She put $5,000 into this company promoted by an influencer. What happened is that they were paying back for a few months. They were giving her every month around $50, but then they stopped paying back the money after the cryptocurrency spiked very high, and then when it went down, finally they stopped paying back their investors the money, and now they have a lawsuit Russia, and actually it's a big scandal because many people have invested. But my opinion, after looking at the payout that was there, it seemed kind of like a pyramid scheme because they promised to have payouts for 10 months, which was the same thing as Emollient Coin and the infamous BitConnect, which I also wrongly invested in 2017. So as you can see, pyramid schemes, too good to be true, which turn out to be scams. And myself, I have been a victim. That's why this is a big mistake that people make. If you invest your money and you expect a big payout, a big return on investment after just 6 months, 12 months, then it surely must be a scam. Because if you invest in a cryptocurrency, like you invest in Bitcoin or you invest into stocks, you have to think within a 3 years to 5 years period in order to get a big return on investment. And how about crypto scams promoted by influencers on Instagram, on TikTok? Like recently, you can also check on CoffeeZilla. This crypto save the kids, meant for nations, for kids, orphans, but in the end it turned out to be a scam because when the price went high, they just pumped the price of the cryptocurrency of the coin, and then when it hit the top, they just made it fall, and when it was falling in value, people just sold and took out cash, making big profits and leaving those investors that believed in the influencers just with all their investments go. And number 3, buying a new house or a new car. This is a very common mistake I see people do, common in Cambodia. I see high-ranking officials that buy the latest car, or just average people. They want to impress their neighbors, they want to impress their family members, and they want to have a social status, so they buy the latest car. But actually, to buy this car, they get a loan from the bank, and in fact they get into a big debt. And having a car is just a liability because you have to maintain it, you have to pay for gasoline, you have to spend for insurance. Another common mistake is the mortgage to buy a new house. Buying a new house while not being financially successful is a huge mistake because renting is cheaper than buying. And what's the point of buying a new house and pay a mortgage for 30 years when you can invest the same amount of money on buying land that you can use to make a business or investing into Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or into stocks. I believe that you should buy a house when you're financially stable, not when you're struggling financially, because it's like Robert Kiyosaki said, a house is not an asset until you make it an asset. It can be a liability if it takes money out from your pocket, but if you're smart and you use that house to put it on Airbnb or into a hotel or guest house, I think that's smart. So it depends on how you use it. Always remember to think about the long term instead of the short term. This is all I have for today. Let me know if you have any ideas for the next video. Please like the video, share it to your friends, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and I'll see you next time.